fucking that alien.
Bitch, you graduated in like 1970.
I'm fucking that alien.
Thanks for sending me to my grave with AIDS.
I'm fucking that alien.
I hope he gets dick tendonitis is what I hope.
I'm fucking that alien.
I got that blood pressure so high my toes are swollen.
I'm fucking that alien.
You get to jack off in the crowd.
No,
I'm
you
gonna
just get to
fuck
hang
my
out
hand in the
over
crowd, that's for
that
sure.
would be...
I'm fucking that alien.
Hey, you white piece of shit.
I'm fucking that alien.
Yeah, I got some good drops on my phone. I've been recording a lot of farts lately.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
I want to make a song.
Oh, put the mic up to it.
Put the mic up to it. Let's hear the fart.
Trying to get the volume.
You got a speakerphone option?
Trying, guys.
Okay.
We need to hear these farts.
Aaron called from jail, by the way.
Yeah.
Matt.
Oh, I missed that, huh?
Yeah.
I missed the fact that he was even in jail.
Yeah. There. That's impressive.
That's great.
That's a
We've
great
officially
fart.
become the Howard Stern Show.
Hey, fellow maniacs. It makes me proud to address you from Detroit, the Radio Underground. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Send me a DM of it as soon as possible. I like the fact you're non-cookie cutters and going on an unarmed hunt for Bigfoot, anabolic Bigfoot, unlike Dale Chance, who has to be armed to the teeth for a little fawn. Maybe I can go out with you one day, we could film it and make a viral video. But until then, keep doing what you're doing, think for yourself, keep coming up with unique names, and if someone says there's something wrong with you, that's a good thing. Because you set your own fashion, you set your own pace, you know the basic morals. Don't hate anybody, because hate comes from fear. However, you don't take backseat to no one on this earth. And hopefully meet you soon. And hopefully we can do a joint podcast together with the Radio Underground. I like it. What do you think about that, Dale?
Recorded in the pits of Detroit, Michigan. Your ass is listening to Radio Underground. Shit.
Radio Underground, episode 229. A very sad episode for two reasons. Big Lenny is no longer with us. He's passed on to Valhalla, and the Tigers' season is over. It's not a good night for us. But 10-10 will forever be International Tan-10-10 Day for Lenny. So that's, you guys don't know what Tan-10-10 means? Tan meaning tan skin, 10 meaning 10 in looks, like 1 to 10, and 10-inch cock. Lenny liked the trans women. He liked them black.
He did.
No denying.
Yeah.
Until 8 years ago, I forgot he had done a cameo for us.
Oh, did you forget
I
about that?
completely forgot about it. I was like, holy shit, he did. I didn't
Yeah.
forget about it. I just, yeah.
Well, the thing with Lenny, he was such a nice guy.
Yeah.
That even though he's like, you know, infamous on the internet, if I'd have contacted him, he probably would have came on the show.
Probably.
He was that nice of a person and like humble. They were like, yeah, I'll do it. What do you want to talk about? Like he was just like, he would go on random people's podcasts often. He didn't give a shit.
I believe he'd done it. I believe he would have done it for sure.
But something we shouldn't have done, but we should have done rather. What's going on? What's up, AWH? What's up?
So what's his
Darth?
official cause of death?
They don't know, but he's had heart failure forever.
Yeah.
And his legs were like oozing, and he was in bad shape. He went to the hospital, and he had to get his legs drained, the edema. I know that. Which was, you know, he did it about once a year. He survived it before, but this time, you know, being as big as he was for as long as he was with all his problems, it just, they don't actually really know the day he passed away, but the news came out on 10-10, so that's what everyone's.
We'll just go with that. It sounds better.
So he's living alone. They found him, I guess.
Oh yeah. So they didn't really know.
They don't really know the actual day.
Mm.
But in other sad news, Tigers are done. But to me, it ain't that sad because that was like extra credit.
Yeah. No, they
far exceeded
anything they should have done.
Well, considering where they were.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man. I was rolling along right with them. I thought for sure we were gonna, when we came out and took dominated right off the bat with Cleveland. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, dude,
I thought it was it.
I really believed it. I was drinking the Kool-Aid, man.
Yeah,
I thought they were gonna win because they just played. They played better baseball than anybody for what 6-7 weeks or something.
Yep.
Yeah. The thing is they're a young team, and they got a second win, and they were really good together. They were gelling really good together. A lot of younger guys that weren't playing with them, but Cleveland is a really good team this year, man.
Oh yeah,
like one of the top teams. So I mean, it was going to be a tough one, but I had faith, man. I thought for sure we were going beyond them.
I did too. I guess the lack of firepower caught up.
Yeah,
you know?
you can't.
That's what it is. Yeah,
starting pitcher either. That doesn't help. Yeah. So
need more battage.
Their good luck ran out.
Yeah.
It was good luck. It was grit. Somebody on the internet said grit is not an infinite resource. So
no, eventually you
somebody said grit is not an infinite resource. Yeah. Did you tell him to fuck off?
No, I didn't.
Because grit is all we are, and all we are is dust in the wind, dude.
Yeah,
you sound kind of
dust, wind.
You sounded kind of like a Thanos.
Yeah. I thought so crates being interpreted by
so crates.
Yeah. But it's whatever, man. The weather's turning crappy anyway. Who wants to be outside when the weather's going to get cold? Fuck.
Well, that's about what I'm going to be.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's my new job.
You're gonna be digging up.
I don't do any labor.
What?
I'm not a laborer at all. And he pointed that out very clearly. No, you're not getting in there and doing any of that.
I'm extremely jealous.
My job is now to delegate everything to different people. So
good.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I helped out with some stuff, but it really was just because I was standing there watching and observing and bored. So
you sent us a video of him using the excavator, and he was on a bit of a slope.
Yeah. That actually does not, like, I watched that video again. I'm like, wow, dude, that looks like not very steep. It was far steeper.
Okay.
It doesn't really show like the degree of it, but yeah, there's a whole art to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, using the arm and everything is but he did it again. He went like every one of those. We did like 5 houses on that side of the street.
Yeah.
And every one of them dropped down. So he had to keep doing it. But it's really fun watching like the one time he did it, he came down. By the way, people listening, he's in a giant excavator.
Yes.
So he comes down this slope, and yeah, I walked ahead of him, and I go, oh, there's plenty of flat land behind all this brush and stuff. So you can get to, because he had to go, because there was a house done already, and then the house after that was the next one we were doing. And so he just went right behind it. He just drove over this giant, like 7-foot, big old bundles of brush, and he's just crushing through it.
Nice.
I was like, man, maybe I should have been doing this a long time ago, because it's like manly as fuck, dude.
Yeah, it is.
So
Hair on your chest.
Yeah.
You're also
That's where
very rustic. Your beard and shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna trim it down.
Oh, dude, fuck that. Don't.
Well, it's just gnarly. I can't, like, it's like at that point where I can't do, like, I gotta blow dry it if I want it to be like.
I trim this to look more like a beatnik instead of a fucking dude that's just trying.
I'm just gonna get rid of this bushy stuff here, and and then have the big fat goat. But
there you go.
Yeah, it's been beautiful since I've been here. We only had one day where it was kind of crappy, but that's all over after tomorrow.
Yeah, it's been gorgeous here until like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Now it's rain. The cold front came and then rain behind it.
Yeah, because we literally took homecoming pictures at 5:15, and at 7:15 it was lightning and thunder and raining.
Yep.
But now you guys have some cold weather coming in, and then nice weather again.
Yeah, we got one more. Looks like next weekend we're gonna hit about 70.
Nice.
And that might be the finalists of all final stands.
Pretty much. This was all supposed to be over like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And so we've been on borrowed time, and pretty much the weather lady said that she the forecast for like the next 10 days on the news was after tomorrow was rain.
Just shit.
And then I looked at Weather Channel, and it showed like all the way till like the 24th, and it was all just rain.
Just shit.
Well, it won't be nothing you're not used to from being here.
Yeah, there's
the lake. So I read that basically the amount of cloud cover, everyone's goes on about how much cloud cover and rain they get up there. It's very similar here because of the lakes. So you won't notice.
Oh yeah. Like the overcast.
At least
if
you
you average it out for the year, it's about the same. Rainfall's a little more here, but they don't really get snow. So
what's going on, Max Lore? Thanks for watching.
Hi. Hey, Matt. Was it Max Lore?
I always forget we broadcast on Kick.
Yeah.
That's where all the DJs go. So I figured we'd fit in, but no one really cares about us. So.
No.
I wanted to mention something else about baseball.
Yeah.
Brian, I don't mean to cut you off. I really got to put something over that fucking hole in the wall by your head.
What?
That looks like
this hole right over here?
Looks like shit. Okay, go ahead. Baseball. Sorry.
I don't remember what I was saying. Like we said earlier, them making the playoffs was just gravy on the end of the season. Like the fact that they made it was just something else, and the fact that they actually they won 4 games in the postseason is just more.
I was impressed
of the poutine, if you will. But they but someone said something about the Mets, because the Mets made it like, oh, this Cinderella team, the Mets. Do you know the Mets have the biggest payroll in baseball?
Yeah. And they traded away 2 of their more expensive players last year.
No, we're not a real radio.
No,
not at all.
We used to be a radio program.
Then the government shut us down.
Chile.
Yeah, from Chile.
Wow.
Yeah,
Greetings.
we're a radio. We would play songs on the radio. Then the FCC busted us. That's why
Yeah.
we're called Radio Underground,
Yeah.
even though we're not doing anything
Yes.
underground anymore.
We used to be.
We're illegally on the radio years ago, 87.9.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the government took us down, man.
Government took us
the
down.
man stopped us.
But I think that was the real reason I want the Tigers to go further is because they were the true Cinderella team. You know?
Oh, the Mets are not a Cinderella story. They have the biggest.
And a lot
Do
of
they have the biggest or the second biggest?
No, they are the biggest. $309 million or something.
Oh, so they're bigger than the Dodgers?
Bigger than the Dodgers.
Oh, that's
Somebody
because Shohei's contracts
deferred.
cut in
And
half.
now again, the Mets don't have a couple of the people they're still paying. They don't have Scherzer, they don't have Verlander. So it's a big chunk of money there. Like
Yeah.
$80 million there. So but
Yeah.
still, don't tell me they're a Cinderella team. They're a team
No.
that should have been achieving from
No.
day one of the season. The Tigers had the lowest payroll in the entire playoffs. $100 million payroll. Think about
Yeah.
that. $100 million payroll, and $25 million of it's one guy.
Yeah.
The next guy's
That
14, and then the
That
next
didn't
guy
do shit for us.
didn't do shit. After him is Kenta Maeda at $14 million, and after that is Colt Keith at $2.8 million.
That's about to change though. Yeah.
Is it?
Well, they're going to pay Scooble.
Well, they'll pay Scooble, yeah, but that's it.
Yeah.
No one else. Everybody else is under the rookie contract still.
Oh yeah, I'm saying the salary is they're going to buy somebody.
Oh,
we're gonna eat that contract. We're gonna eat Hobby's contract. We're gonna go get somebody.
Get a couple starters, please.
Yeah, they're gonna get. I don't know what they're gonna do.
They were
but
burning.
They're gonna get somebody.
Burning the candle at both ends, or whatever that fucking saying is, because you can't hit like you're a small ball team.
They're spit roasting.
And then also pitch like you're a small ball team. You can't do both. You gotta have one or the other. You can either have to have really good hitting and so-so pitching, or really good pitching and so-so hitting. And they have a really good bullpen the last 6 weeks, and they have the best starter in the world, but they have no starting pitching after that. You can't do both.
Which is crazy because we have it. We just have a lot of injuries.
Yeah,
because we have enough players we have enough starters in our system.
Well, I mean, in our system,
Mize is a starter. Matt Manning's a starter.
They suck.
I mean, I know, but they're starters. I mean, you don't put them in the bullpen next year. You put them out there and you start them, and you go get a start. You go get a veteran starter, and you deal with it.
Casey Mize, too many injuries, too much non-performance. I think Casey Mize is gone. Matt Manning couldn't even come back from AAA last year, even after being uninjured. He couldn't make it out of AAA again.
I think they'll get it. I think they'll get another shot. They'll be in spring training.
Yeah, maybe. I
don't see how they could. I mean, you can't cut Mize. He's still got some value. I mean, I don't know.
If he had value, he would have been pitching in the postseason when they didn't have any starters. They had one starter in the postseason. They knew, John. You're right. They do need some experience. That is.
Well,
true.
they need a big hitter, plain and simple.
Yeah,
Torkelson's not there. Torkelson's not the guy. I don't care how good he was at the end of the season. He's too wishy-washy too.
Yeah, you can say that about everybody. They had 4 guys that didn't hit at all in the postseason.
Yeah.
So. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's just too many with Torkelson. It's too many long periods during the season that he does this shit. So, I mean, and then they always send him down. He comes back and he's good for a minute, and I just don't. They're gonna have to commit to him, and I don't see them doing that either. And Mize will probably be the same way. They won't commit to him, but they still have him under that rookie contract or whatever.
I kind of think his rookie contract might be up at this point.
Might be this year.
Yeah,
it might be.
I feel like
I mean,
they did arbitration last year, if I'm not mistaken, with him. I think
they did it last year with him.
I think so. I have to look.
Oh, but even so, I don't think he got that much.
No. Well, he obviously didn't get more than $2.8 million because he's not.
So I mean, if they go in there, I mean, if he gets something in the same line that he's got already, I mean, that's cheaper than anybody you're going to get out there. You put him in the bullpen and see what he does.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. we can't cut everybody, and so I mean, there's probably, I mean, you got to cut Hobby. That's the one I think you cut, and anybody else.
Yeah, I don't see how.
I mean, anybody else you can, if you still have any eligibility with them, you keep them, and you go out and get a big bat. Somebody, I mean, go pay your starting pitcher. Enough of this. They should have already did it.
Pay him or lose him.
Yeah, they should have did it. They should have did it this past year. They should have just locked him up.
I would during the
he's
season.
now gonna get so much fucking money, man.
Yep.
Gonna be rich.
But
well, he's gonna win the Cy Young. I can't see how he doesn't.
There's no way. There's nobody in the American League that no.
I just can't see any way that anybody picks anybody else.
No.
Well, there'll be some idiots that do, but
yeah,
I can't see anybody getting enough votes to even really compete.
And Hinch should get some votes for Manager of the Year. I'm sure he will, but
yeah, but they won't give it to him.
Oh, he won't get it. No.
No.
I think Stephen Vogt's going to get it from Cleveland.
Oh yeah. And now, yeah.
But anyways, that was my point. It's like we should have been at Cinderella team.
Oh, we are. Yeah,
we are. But
I don't listen to them.
No,
I don't listen to them. Fuck them.
Yeah.
What do they know? Yeah. What do they know?
We got some extra credit baseball. It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was unexpected. That's what made it fun.
Yeah, look, we got to watch like the end of a season that turned out to be really great. I mean, that was one for the books for sure, man. Like just the way they took over the season and changed and just flipped the script and started playing good.
Yep.
And the way they did it, and then like just watching all these teams that were, should have been better than them, considering how earlier in the season how they were playing. To watch them all start to fall and watch them just rise up, that was great.
Yeah, anytime you knock a division rival out of the playoffs too, that's always fun. So Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I just wanted a chance at the Yankees. That's all I wanted.
That's what I wanted.
I think. Obviously, our hitting was spotty. Runners in scoring position, just like during the season, but really in the playoffs, killed us. I stopped checking when they were like 1 for 8 in today's game, but you can't have that many opportunities and not capitalize on anything.
I got to admit, after that big 5-run inning, I quit watching. I couldn't take it.
Yeah.
I realized that I'm old and I don't have the heart for.
Yeah.
Like, okay, my chest is hurting. Like
runners,
right.
Runners left in scoring position has been their biggest Achilles heel for a while. So it's just.
But that I forgot what inning was. But when they got like 5 runs in that winning, I was in the flesh. I was not in spirit at all.
It's just, yep.
I turned it off because I knew then. I'm like, nope, it ain't happening today. Just knew it. Because that's what you do. You give up when things get tough.
Yeah,
give up.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Fail and run.
You stop watching them. You curse them.
Even after that, they chipped away. Like they got 1 run the next inning, they had 1 run the following inning after that, and they had the bases loaded, and they couldn't do anything with it. They couldn't even just hit the ball in the air, score a run.
Yeah,
drives me nuts. But what are you gonna do? It was a fantastic season.
It was.
They brought some energy, brought people down to the ballpark. It was fun. And
absolutely. And that's gonna roll into next year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
the beginning of the season. Yeah.
Yep. They just they need to get some of these guys. Like some of the guys that are there need to learn how to just you gotta shorten up some of those swings, man. Just shorten up just some of the swings.
Yeah.
Torkelson was the best hitter today. I think it was 2 for 3.
Yeah, and he's been good since he came back. Yeah.
John says I remember the '68 World Series. I was 5. Yeah, you
really? You're pretty young. I was like, I think I was 68 and 68.
Were you?
I don't know.
I was -11.
I was -5.
Yeah.
I was -5. He was 5. I was -5. That means
decade.
John and I are 10 years apart.
Yeah, you are. Yep.
I see.
But yeah, it was fun, and then them with there's good stuff going on in our sports teams. I like it.
Sure.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Good news for you, Al, that you get to watch the Lions. You don't have to get up at the crack of dawn to watch them.
Yeah, but can you watch the Lions?
Yeah. Well, it's the this week is the NFL game of the week.
It is. It's
so,
the game.
So they're going to be on Fox, so I can get it.
Yeah, and it'd be at 1 o'clock, not 10 a.m. out there.
Yeah.
Seahawks played, so the Seahawks wouldn't even be on around there, anyways.
Right. So I get the
game.
Well, right. I get we get the Fox channel, so
yeah,
I can watch that tomorrow.
You'll be good.
That's good.
And then I'm breaking down. I'm going to buy a Samsung, so I'm going to buy a TV.
All right. What?
They got one on sale. So I mean,
what kind of TV are you using currently, though?
I don't know. It's Hisense or something. When I put the Xfinity, it won't even bring the Xfinity app on it. Like you can't even load it on it.
Hisense is like the pretty much the low.
Yeah. It's just it was a TV. Like Bill said that when he got the house, the TV was here, and he just left it in there. So
yeah,
you don't need to.
It works. It works. I watch my Prime Video. I watch stuff on it. It just doesn't have any regular TV, and I don't have an antenna. And
go buy a Roku box, a little Roku, and you can watch your Xfinity stream. That's what we did for Mom and Dad.
Oh, is that? Oh, but the TV's shitty.
Oh, don't do that.
It's only like it's literally like I don't know if I can even show you it. It's like super. Yeah, I won't even. It's so small.
Oh yeah, buy yourself a new TV. Yeah.
Yeah, you need
Oh yeah, look at the bezel around that thing. It's ugly.
Yeah, it's super. It's only a 30-inch or 32-inch or something.
How are you living?
I don't. It's torture.
Conditions.
My smallest TV is a 40.
Fairly human.
It's a 40.
Yeah, they got Walmart's got a 50-inch Samsung for.
What the hell's going on?
Like $250. They got a Samsung 4K.
Yeah,
that's all I need. Yeah, 50-inch.
Watch it like, dude, I got a 65, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's probably.
I couldn't even in this room's like they have one that's like a 55 or 60-inch. It's not that expensive. I thought about it, but it
avoid Google TV.
Yeah, so when you get the Samsung, make sure it's not doesn't have the Google TV. Oh, it wouldn't anyways. It had Samsung's proprietary
software. You want Roku?
software.
Roku's open.
Well, Samsung has its own proprietary software, so you should be fine.
Yeah. Like I have Samsung at there, the one I have in my room.
Why don't you just have the one from here shipped there? It probably only costs $100 to have it shipped. Maybe.
Well, mom sent my 3 packages. It was like $106.
Yeah.
Now the reason I have this 50-inch dim Sony.
Yeah.
That
actually
freaking dim.
Not dim anymore, but it was dim.
I remember it was dim. I remember a whole video about it.
It looks pretty dim there, but
that Samsung I had was not dim, and I wish I hadn't broke it. I fucking still want to slit my wrist over that.
Yeah, there's good reason to do
that. I've had a couple different ones, but like that, the first flat screen I bought was at Kmart. It was a floor model, and I bought it for like $100. I didn't even need a TV at the time. I just bought it. And then end up using it, and I love that. And then I've had a couple other ones. I love them.
I actually love my dim TV.
Oh, did the Wings start regular season?
They lost the other night, but they won tonight, 3-0.
Yeah, they started regular season now, right?
Yeah. No, this is their second game of the regular season.
Okay.
They lost to. They played Thursday night. They had to push the game back because the Tiger game was on down there Thursday night. I think
okay.
I think they got blown out the other night. I think it was like 6-3 or 6-4, but then they beat Nashville today, I believe, 3-0.
Nashville.
So
Red Wings are active. Pistons, I think, are still in exhibition, but they did win an exhibition.
Their last Saturday was when they started. So exhibition.
Yeah, they did beat Phoenix in the exhibition. So
that's
a good thing, right? But yeah, Red Wings finally going.
Yeah, Phil. I saw that Phil has hockey in his hometown now.
Yeah,
I didn't even know. There was
The Utah team.
The Utah hockey team club.
Yeah.
Were they called the club? They're literally called something stupid like that.
I think it's the Utah Hockey Club or something right now.
They said that because it was kind of a quick thing. Arizona, they decided to move the team out of Arizona because those fucking owners sucked. Moved it to Utah real quick, and they didn't really have time to come up with a name. They just had to get everything going, and they're going to call it Utah for now, and then they'll figure out a name later.
Yeah, they said they were going to put together a whole. They can't call them the Coyotes, so
they can't call them the Coyotes. Yeah,
they could easily keep that name if they could get the name from them. They could easily use it because there's tons of Coyotes there.
The Salties.
But I don't know what they'll do. I don't know what they'll do with it.
The Utes.
Crackers.
Yeah.
Not the Utes like the Utah Utes. The Utes like my cousin Vinny. The two Utes.
Yeah.
No.
The Tabernacle Torment.
Yeah.
The Mormons.
The Mormons.
The Mormons. The Mormons.
The
Mormons. Again, they could. It's apparently they're the beehive state, so the bees.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what they're. That's what they are. The beehive. I don't know why, but they're the beehive state.
A lot of people have beehives.
I think so.
Oh,
I think a lot of people are. Yeah.
No,
Darth,
I don't know. I lived there. I only lived there 8.5 years. I didn't get. I didn't have enough time to figure them all out.
Time to figure any of that stuff out.
Yep.
The panhandlers. The
Juggalos. Then you had the Tongans down in West Valley that were beheading people.
Horrible. Just watch
for fun.
They'll come up with something. Everybody will be like, "Oh, that's terrible." That's exactly what the consensus will be.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, like they had the Jazz. They've had the Jazz for a long time, but then other than that, they had a soccer team.
Yeah, Real Salt Lake.
Yeah, they won a championship. I think
they were pretty good.
They won a championship. I think when I was there, or right after I left.
I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything else. The Skinwalkers. There we go.
Skinwalker.
Like Skinwalker Ranch. Again, there's all kinds of possibilities. Yeah. I know there's been sightings of Bigfoot there, so maybe the Squatch. The Utah Squatch. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oregon's going on right now. Oregon was up by 1.
Oh yeah.
And
I was watching what was I watching? Iowa State.
Yeah.
Iowa State. That was on, but then we watched I watched Beavis and Butthead do the universe.
Oh yeah. It's pretty interesting.
Classic.
Bill was watching it, so I watched it. It was pretty funny. It was funny.
Ohio State's leading Oregon 31-29 currently with about 6 minutes left. So
I hate both those teams.
I do too, but man, I gotta go for Oregon. I mean, I just don't like Ohio State.
I don't really have any. I don't feel anything for Oregon.
I don't either. I feel plenty of hate for.
I totally anybody that plays Ohio State, I want them to win.
So go Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. But I like other than that, I don't really have any
2 versus 3.
Feeling.
Just do it's a big.
Is that what? Is it 2? Is that what Oregon's ranked that high?
Oregon's 3, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No matter what.
So it's what Texas, Ohio State, and Oregon, huh?
Yep. So
I have not seen much this past week or so.
No, I think because our team hasn't been great, it kind of throw things out. Plus, they didn't play this week, so I didn't pay as much.
Right. That's what I mean. Like they were, they were on last week, but I literally was here like what?
24 hours?
Not even. I got here at 8:00 the night before.
Yeah. Well, they played primetime last week. So it was probably about, you got there at 8:00. Yeah. So it was less than 24 hours. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. They were on while we were doing the cast. So
Doing the what?
the cast.
Oh,
So-
Cat Brothers. Yeah, I got it.
So
now.
do you-
Cast, man.
I wanted to switch gears a little bit because this is something
Yeah.
probably more. Brian knows some metal bands, but me and Al will probably be more.
Oh, the
into-
Forbes.
the Forbes top metal bands list wasn't
Well,
that bad.
when I think
No,
of metal,
it's not really.
ranking, the first company I think of that should rank these things is Forbes.
Yeah, Forbes
Well-
is where you go to get your metal.
Yeah.
Well, what was the other one from Forbes that I sent you guys a couple weeks ago? I think it was.
don't
They
crap.
they rated something else like death metal or something. It was really bad. But this one was good.
It cleaned up the image pretty good for me, actually.
Yeah, actually, it's really
Oh, it was Forbes picking like the best metal guitarist or something. It was really bad.
So
But this wasn't.
this list here, I'm kind of surprised because it kind of hits everything.
it does.
So you got Carcass 38. That's your death metal, like European death metal chops.
Yeah.
Right.
You got At the Gates. That gives you your kind of melodic metal type of,
Oh.
where like In Flames kind of came from that.
Yep.
Then you got Exodus, of course. They're of thrash legends. Need no introduction.
Yep.
Behemoth. They're like that. They're like, I guess I'm doing quote black metal, but they're kind of like homogenized black metal, but they're still black metal. And then Napalm Death, of course.
Yeah.
You got your vegan death metal chops there. I don't know who Caius
Oh,
is.
Caius is Josh Homme's first band.
Is
but
it really?
Yeah, that was Queens before it was Queens.
It's good stuff. It's just I hate
Yeah.
I do not like the lead singer's voice.
Yeah, well, for a while it was Mark Lanigan
Yeah.
from Screaming Trees.
Someone's a little high pitched. I don't
No,
like it.
yeah, that's the original guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Lanigan did some stuff with him though, on and
Metal
off.
be better.
It's
term for
stoner
it.
metal.
Yeah.
Desert
Yeah,
metal.
yeah.
Stoner. Yeah.
Yeah. I never liked stoner metal all that much. That's going to summon Phil because he loves Weed Eater. And
I mean, the groove is good. It's just that guy's voice killed me. I'm just like, nope. 1 Inch Man, a couple other songs I can't do it.
then you got Dream Theater. Not a fan, but you got your prog chops.
Yeah.
So they're going to be on
Fantastic
there.
musicians. Blah
But-
blah blah.
They've forgotten more about their instruments than I'll ever know, but I don't like their music.
I think they're coming on a 40-year tour since they started. Is that right?
Yeah.
About 40 years.
That's
What?
how long it would take to learn one song.
Dream Theater.
Yeah.
Their first album came out in like 91.
Oh, okay. Must be thinking
90 or 90, like around 90, 91.
Someone's
No, actually, I think it was 92. So it had to be like 30 years, but
no.
yeah,
whoever
'cause- yeah.
40. I know that, but it wasn't them then. No, formed in 1985.
Oh, well, the first album that ever hit, I know, was like 90 or 91. I don't recall.
just-
So yeah.
This is when we formed. Let's do a 40-year thing, even though
Well,
no one,
yeah, I mean, technically this year is 50 years of Maiden coming up, but
yeah,
they didn't record anything for, they formed in 75. That was
Yeah.
just Steve Harris and a few
We went to-
people. And
Yeah, it's not that Steve Harris, but we
a different one.
we
Okay.
did go to school with Steve Harris. So.
yeah.
Very
the-
common first and last name.
Yes. No, that's not very white at all.
So
The,
then
the
next you
Forbes
got-
thing's weird because the Forbes thing, why 38?
I don't
Why
know.
yeah,
the
why 38?
Next, probably computer generated. Then they got Nightwish, which is your artistic Euro metal with the hot chick singer.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
really a fan, but I get it. Got to put him on there. King Diamond, legend. Not something I listen to a lot of, but he's a legend.
Great music, but the high pitch, was never my thing. But yeah,
He did hard as he was fucked up for a while, and he's good.
Through metal helped him. Like he metaled it out of his body.
Yeah. He yelled, "Ah!"
Or it just explodes out.
Cleared his art.
Yeah.
Major-
My aorta is clear now.
Then Danzig, which I don't know why he's on here at all. He's not metal, but and I think Danzig would tell you he's not metal. He's like
No.
started out as punk, and then he was just kind of dark rock, really. But whatever.
Yeah.
Converge. That's your noise core, discordant, screaming.
Yep.
Kind of. definitely should be on there because of for what they do. There's like a million bands that sound like them after, so they kind of started a scene.
Yeah.
If you start a genre, I'll give you your spot. Cannibal Corpse, of course, probably maybe not the greatest death metal band, but the most recognized. Everybody knows Cannibal Corpse. They're probably the top known. If you ask a person that's not a metalhead, tell me a death metal band, they'll say Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah.
Most known death metal
Yep.
band, period. Anthrax, yes. They're one of the big four. Sure,
Yeah.
put them on.
Yeah.
They invented rap rock. Put them on.
Yeah. State of Euphoria is a fantastic album.
Yep. Great band. Meshuggah, technical gent. The style's called gent. Would stop and go real quick. Technical drums. They invented it. So yes, Meshuggah. Machine Head, never a big fan of them, but
nope.
I don't know why they're on there, but whatever.
Nope. Me neither.
Rob
Me
Flynn,
neither.
really likes to beef with people, so we'll just move along instead of get a fight going.
Yeah, right. Let's not do that.
Lamb of God. I like Lamb of God. They're a great band. No argument there. Mastodon. They got a couple good songs. They're trippy, moody, kind of proggy.
Yeah.
I guess the honor Sepultura, of course.
Yeah.
Of course, have them on there.
Word.
The greatest, like, South American speed metal, thrash metal band. In my opinion, they're like as good as any of the big four. In my opinion.
Yeah.
They're right up there with them.
Yep.
Typo Negative. Great band, but are they metal? I guess.
Well, they were a metal band that turned goth metal.
Yeah, they were when they were Carnivore.
Well, actually, the first album's pretty heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's starting to there's gothic parts of it, but the songs themselves are, unsuccessfully coping with the natural laws of infidelity.
Yeah.
It's a very heavy song.
I'll have to check it out. You know what? I only know when they were, when like Christian Woman in Black.
Yeah, that's the second album.
I was a Studio Gangster fan of theirs. I wasn't into the deep,
Yeah, that second album, with Christian Woman, what Bloody Kisses. That's kind of what put them on the map. They started getting radio play. But that first album, Slow, Deep, and Hard, it's very long songs. But
he does do a death metal growl on Christian Woman, though.
Yeah, when you hear like the songs on that first album, he's like screaming. It's fast. It's thrash metal.
Yeah,
and then just kicks in, and then it goes into these breakdowns of like goth keyboard and just doom sounding bass and guitar.
Yeah,
and then goes it's I love that album. But beyond that, I don't know. I don't know if I'd put him in the top 38. For sure, I wouldn't put him in the top 38. What am I saying?
And then you got Motorhead, of course. They're like again, not something.
Motorhead's 19.
Yeah, Motorhead's on there.
Yeah,
they're probably the first speed metal band.
They're pioneers. They should be higher.
Yeah.
Whether you like them, whether you're into them or not, they should be higher because they're pioneers.
Yeah. Plus, they were on a Saturday morning kid show in England in 1985.
Yes.
And Lemmy's Mole should be in the top 10.
Yeah, top 10.
So then you got Death, of course. I agree with them being on the list.
Not the black brothers from Detroit who are punk.
No.
Death.
This is Chuck Schuldiner. Death.
Yes, Chuck Schuldiner.
The innovator of death metal. Of course, when you invent a style, you get to be on the list, as we've said.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Ronnie James Dio, of course, the legend himself.
All 5'3" of them.
One of the few famous people as short as my dad.
Yep.
So got to have him on there.
And he was actually a little taller than one of the guys in Anthrax.
Oh yeah,
Danny Spitz was only like 5'1".
I saw that. And there's a picture of him with Chris Holmes. Chris Holmes is like 6'5" or 6.
Yeah.
They're just way different.
Well, he's short because he's shorter than Scott Ian.
Yeah, and Scott Ian's short.
Yeah, he's 5'4" maybe.
Here, number 16, you got Megadeth. I would, of course, absolutely agree with Megadeth. And this is one of the few lists where they're exactly where they need to be. They always put Megadeth like right under Metallica. Dave is a legend. Dave, gave them a run for their money but I never thought they were like top. They're always like top 5, top 10.
No,
they're not that. Dave is a legend. He's a top 20 guy.
16. That's a good spot for him.
Yeah, that's
16.
perfectly where they belong.
Yep.
Yep.
Gojira, I like the band a lot. They're a little higher than I would put them just because of how long, they've been around a while, but some of these other guys are around longer, did a little more.
Right.
But they're a good band. I can't they got played at the Olympics. I mean, I guess when you get featured at the Olympics, I guess you get to be on the list.
Sure.
Well, they're French.
Yeah. Korn, absolutely. When you invent a style, no matter how you feel about them, they invented that style.
First album is amazing.
Yep.
Other than that, I don't really know. The first album, though, yeah. I didn't even know the album. I went and saw Monster Magnet. They were co-headlining with them in 1994. And I saw them play. I was like, holy fuck.
They were a band, like, when they first come out, I didn't really like them because I didn't know about their first album. I think they came out when it was like Got the Life and Life is Peachy.
That was
I was like, they're okay, but I really wasn't. But when I retroactively went back and listened, I was like, holy shit, this first album was great.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Me and Mike Tabe, we went and saw them with Monster Magnet and Grotus, this other band who had a little midget dude singing for him.
Yeah.
He was like 5'4" or 3 or something. He was a little dude.
Really?
But yeah, so we saw Korn, and he knew about one song, Blind. That was the only one. It had been played on the radio. And the dude he worked with, him and his little brother were into him. And they were like, you're going to love this show. And they were at the show. And then we saw him play, and I bought the tape the next day.
Oh, nice.
Like, I didn't hesitate. I was at Hot Hits the next day before I went to work. Because all they had was that first album. So they just played they played the whole thing because they were co-headlining with Monster Magnet. So
they had an innovative sound.
Dude, it was the show. Like, well, we never saw dudes like with all they all had like dreads and cornrows, and they were their lighting was so freaky. They all looked like monsters, but I was like, dude, I don't think they're wearing much makeup, man. They just look freaky as fuck.
Yeah, they're just dudes from Bakersfield.
Yeah. And then you find out they're from like fucking crappy Bakersfield.
Bakersfield is like, it's kind of, the culture is kind of cholo, kind of cowboy, kind of redneck. It's like all mixed of these people.
That's where Dwight.
And then there's a bunch of farms everywhere.
Yeah.
And grape farms and
literally their ethnic makeup is that. They're part Mexican, part cowboy, part so they fucking fit. They look like dudes from Bakersfield.
What were you saying, Brian? Who was from there?
Dwight Yoakam?
Dwight Yoakam?
Yeah, but like all that outlaw
he's known
country.
for his Bakersfield sound, but
because outlaw country, Merle and all those guys, they I don't know if they all started there, but like that's kind of like where they created a sound at.
Well, a lot of people are not aware of like California outside of LA and outside of the coast was very like fucking like a Western, man. It was any like you think Any Which Way But Loose, that movie, I thought that was like filmed in like Idaho or something. No, dude, that's fucking that's near Bakersfield. They filmed a lot of
most of California is like just desert and then farmland and
Dwight Yoakam was born in Pikeville. We know that.
Right.
Kentucky. Did you know that, Mike?
I did not know that.
I did not know that.
But he was not raised there. They moved a lot, and he basically predominantly he identifies with Bakersfield.
Okay.
And that sound and everything, and that's what his sound.
You know what?
is.
I think he does have a sign. When you go down 23, it's called Country Music Highway because you got Loretti,
Lynn,
and you got Ricky Skaggs, and a bunch of them got.
Ricky Skaggs, no relation to Boz Skaggs.
Yeah, a bunch of them guys, but yeah. So anyway, I'm sorry.
Anyway, so I'm sorry about that whole
No,
Korn though. I think I like the first couple albums.
yeah,
Obviously,
I think
but
everybody did.
first two, Life is Peachy's great. Better
Right.
now than
Yeah, I never really listened to it a lot. I don't really I don't poo-poo on it. I just didn't really listen to it a lot. The first album's great.
It changed from the first one to the Life is Peachy, and then changed even more to Follow the Leader. But
yeah,
that was pretty much it for him. After Follow the Leader, I didn't really listen to him anymore. Anyways, I still love their old stuff. Just none of the new stuff clicked. You know,
right.
Then at 13,
you
got Rammstein.
Love it.
They should be there because when they're the top singing German band of all time.
Yeah.
Not just metal, just of all time. Put them on the list. When you do something unique, you get to be on the list.
Yeah, and they do have longevity too. You know, what's it been, almost 30 years since I got started? A little bit more, actually. Yep. So why not?
Deftones, I don't know that they're metal, but I guess they're a good enough name.
Definitely early on. Later on, definitely not.
They're good enough. Again, when people copy what you do over and over again, you are legendary.
Yeah.
So
is a diva on here?
I remember Brian. You guys remember when we were playing out with our great band Scarnack?
Yes.
Every other band was trying to sound like Deftones.
Oh yeah.
They were all doing the drop tuning, like slow beginning screaming part. They were all doing the Deftones.
Like a drop D type tuning,
which I never got because I don't like them at all.
No. I know you didn't.
No. I mean, like I did hear a little bit of their early stuff that was heavy and heavier. I was like, okay, but I've just never been into them.
The funny thing is, my guitar player Jeff, who hated every band and thought everyone was terrible, he liked that song "Bored."
Oh yeah,
that's a good song, and I did like "Bored" too.
Yeah.
So, they got System of a Down. Sure, they were unique sounding. I don't know. I would have them at 11.
No,
but I could see them being on the list.
Top 38, sure. Because they developed created their sound and yeah.
Now, here's a band where I'm probably going to surprise everybody because I do not like their singer.
No,
I never could stand him, even though he seems like a sweetheart of a guy, and he's big and he probably kicked my ass. But Avenged Sevenfold is 10. I don't know that they would have him at 10, but I will surprise you and say they should be on the list, and here's why. They were the only metal band like on commercial radio for like 10 years.
True.
Yeah.
That was just them.
Should be on the list. That's a little too high.
Yeah, they're a little too high. Their drummer that passed away, Rev, he was a great drummer.
Great.
Yeah, he was.
Guitar players are great. I like everything about the band. M Shadow's Mike, but I think he fucked his vocals up, though, to be fair. Something happened to his vocal cords.
Yep.
But he has that raspy sound. But he's a millionaire and I'm not, so fuck me.
Yeah.
Whatever. Right. They're on the list and I ain't, so Mike gets the last laugh.
Yep.
And they should be on the list, just not 10, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Tool, not a metal band. I don't know why they're not here, but great band. Number 9.
Yeah.
I don't think Tool is a metal band. Do you, Al?
No.
Progressive.
No. I mean, go back again to that first EP before Undertow. It's really heavy.
Yeah.
There's definitely metal influence, but they're not a metal band.
I think they're like a bridge of that metal, a little bit of that metal sensibilities with.
Yeah, it's like
with like fucking Dream Theater.
They're progressive. Yeah,
phenomenal musicians.
They're kind of a mix of the two, and they're definitely the most commercial of any of those two.
Yeah,
kind of
I guess I would say that I have no problem with them being on here, not at 9, but because they created like a style of their own, even though like to me like it all just kind of sounds the same.
Yeah.
Like when they put out a new album and everybody gets excited, I'm like, it's just gonna be like dink dink dink, and he's gonna be
There's a new symbology. He's trying to tell me that this is happening.
You're gonna get like 7-minute songs.
And nothing against him, because like Maynard is awesome. The dude owns a winery. He's like a very
Danny Carey is
he gets voted like best drummer all the time.
He's a great drummer. I mean, Justin Chancellor's a great bass player. I mean, they're all great musicians.
There's a little bit of metalness in there, but it's not. It's more. You're right. It's more progressive.
Now the next band at number 8. I don't really know if I consider them metal.
Never heard of them.
I don't really know if they should be on this list. Okay, I'm kidding. Slayer
thrash.
absolutely fucking belongs on this list.
They're thrash.
Slayer belongs on any fucking list ever about metal.
Yeah.
And they're top 10, which they should be.
Uh-huh.
They're the greatest band ever in terms of they haven't changed. We do this. This is what we do. It's going to sound like Slayer. We're going to punch you in the dick. There's going to be.
I found coverage from the show they just did.
Yeah.
Somebody posted some of it. They fucking sounded amazing.
Did they really?
Yes. Tom was out there just Tom was just screaming at the top of his lungs. He sounded fucking great.
Yeah.
And then Gary's been posting. Gary posted he had the grandkids backstage and they had the headphones on. And he's like, all my kids and now 2 of my grandkids, they've all seen me. He goes, this is the first time they got to see Grandpa do what he does. I was like, that's so fucking cool, dude. Grandpa playing a Slayer show, bringing his grandkids to the show.
Like, I gotta go on stage, kids. I'll see you in a few minutes. And
they're
tear shit up.
Slayer never tried to trick you. We're gonna go this direction. No, they were Slayer the whole time.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the time. Like Henry Rollins said, he goes, when you go to a Slayer show, he goes, it's 1985 for me again. They come screaming at me. I'm scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
He goes, it's their Slayer forever.
Yeah. Scott Ian said it best. He said the escalator to hell. The escalator to hell is Slayer Rain and Blood, that album. That's playing down the escalator down to hell.
And gentleman that was listening to us from Chile, Tom, your boy, family is from Chile, so he's a Chilean.
He's Chilean.
Yeah.
Tom is a Chilean man.
Yep.
Yes, he is.
Okay, now Slipknot number 7. Yeah, they should be on the list. They had a couple great albums. I don't know that I would have them ahead of Slayer, but they're top 10. Slipknot's a good band.
But
I would say,
Forbes is probably looking at a little bit more of the commercial viability. And Slipknot was definitely.
I would put them. I would put, like you said, top 10. Yeah, for sure.
Their first 2.
They're not above Slayer in my opinion, but
I wouldn't have above Slayer either. But
I'm biased.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm biased though.
Yeah, you are.
So
but they're when they're first.
You've only seen them 19 times though.
Yeah.
When they came out, it was the heaviest, most aggressive shit I heard. They were fucking off the charts.
Yeah.
But they just didn't. Again, longevity is a thing. To me, they didn't keep the catalog going as long as Slayer and some of the others. But for 2 albums, they were kicking everyone's ass on stage.
I might give them 3 because they're the self-titled and then Iowa and then Subliminal.
Subliminal version was good.
Was okay.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
It's kind of like a people.
That's the one's got duality on it.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff on that album though.
And then next you got Ozzy Osbourne as a solo act. Sure, great, but I don't know about top 6, but sure, they were, Randy Rhoads. What else needs to be said?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't put him in the top 10 personally, especially because you're going to have him, as the list shows, is the top 10 twice.
Ozzy's in the top 20, just because what he did was, they couldn't handle him anymore. He left and he created something else, and was mega successful with it. His wife gets a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, she does.
They were more commercial friendly than Sabbath ever was.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was all.
So he created something.
Made more money off himself than Sabbath.
100%, 100%. And then even more with the Ozfests, and because that started with Sabbath reuniting.
He's the Godfather. We all know it.
Yeah, for sure.
And
well, just put Hand of Doom on by Black Sabbath, and that says it all to me. I mean, there's so many great Sabbath songs, but Hand of Doom may be my favorite.
If Ozzy's the general, the next man down is the lieutenant of metal.
Yep.
Judas Priest.
100.
The Leather Daddy.
The Leather Daddy, first guy to get gay acceptance to metal.
Yep.
He was. There was no signs of it with the assless chaps and the leather.
How would we know?
However, would you know that he was gay?
Yeah. Not that it matters.
But that Painkiller. The funny thing is, they're known for a lot of their radio hits, but Painkiller is a fucking ass whooping song, man.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
that song is ass whooping.
Dude, he's still killing it, and he's 74. He's still out there.
Yep, he's a badass.
I'll tell you. Before we go on to number 4, the other night we were. Bill's got a hot tub downstairs, so after we worked, we jumped in the hot tub for a little while, and he was playing a Iron Maiden album that came out in like 2020.
Yeah,
fucking album's great.
Was it?
I never listened to it. It's fucking. I'm listening. And I go, dude, this kind of sounds like Bruce Dickinson, but like, a little different because he doesn't have that. His voice isn't as high. It's a little like deeper sounding, but it's still there. And he goes, yeah, dude, it's Iron Maiden. And as he says it, he lets out one of his screams, and I'm like, oh yeah. And then I'm like, this is really good. He goes, dude, I don't know how I just started listening to it when it came out, and I got hooked on it. I go, dude, it's really good. Like the songs are really good. I was shocked because a lot of these guys, like, they just start putting out generic, oh, we're cutting an album. Please don't. Just go with the old ones, guys. There's plenty of that out there, but this was a really good album. I encourage people to at least check it out.
Brian's got important breaking news.
Oh, sorry.
Oregon beat Ohio State.
Did they? Well, there you go.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Oh,
good.
Guess what? Andy just sent me a text.
Yes.
And he's got the like this, and he's like, and fuck Ohio.
Yep.
Yeah.
Apparently, Ryan Day and the Will Howard, the quarterback, I believe, terrible clock management in the last closing minutes, and screwed him over. The end.
Now,
let's go on to the next band.
Now, the next band, if you think about like heavy metal in your mind, like metal, and you think, like, what would it, if you were an alien? If I was going to tell an alien from space what is metal, and you wanted to get a little bit of everything that metal has to offer, it would be number 4, Pantera.
Yep.
You got the screaming. Phil can do high pitch, so he can do when he was young, he did the Priest, the Rob Halford thing. He could do the screaming. He could do the growls.
Yeah.
You got the speed, the fast drumming. You got guitar. Of course, probably the greatest all-around metal guitar player ever. Yeah, some might be better at lead, some might be better at rhythm, but doing both so well, you can make an argument Dime was the best to ever do it.
I think that's a perfect spot for them too.
Perfect. Yep, they're top 5.
Yep,
cannot
I
deny.
think that's perfect.
Pantera. Right Al, you met them.
Yep. I definitely put them right up there. I definitely put them right up there. Absolutely. They did something. There may have so they may have been part of a genre, but they redefined it.
Yeah.
Because they were kind of thrashy, you know, but
then they had the breakdowns.
Yeah. And so, I mean, they were definitely, they're the big part of if you go the big 4, they're part of it. They're the big 5, really. Yeah. They're in there with the other 4 for sure.
They obviously we're talking about the original lineup.
Yes.
Yeah.
The original lineup.
Not the Skinner lineup they got going on.
Not Pan Skinner. That's going on.
Yeah, not Pan Skinner. Yeah.
We're every band's a Skinnerd when you become a cover band to yourself. So many people dead or no longer playing out shows anymore. That you're a cover band to yourself. You are a Skinnerd. You've been Skinnerded. Yeah. All right, the next band, probably the most famous, well-respected heavy metal band that I only sort of liked. They're not really my thing.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Strong word.
But
for me.
would I put them at 3? No. Would they be in the top 10? Yes. Iron Maiden is a top 10 metal band.
Yeah.
Without question.
Yeah.
I always felt like somebody like, where you don't want to, in the 50s, you didn't want to admit you were gay. I didn't want to admit I wasn't a Maiden fan to around other metalheads. I didn't want to.
I always did. I always did when I was younger. I became a Maiden fan later. I was not a big fan. I was not a big fan of them when I was young.
Yeah.
I always liked Paul Di'Anno.
Yeah.
The first 2 albums. Yeah. But I didn't hate them because the Troopers, like, probably one of the greatest songs ever made. Like, it's such a great song. But I was not a huge fan. I became like a bigger fan later. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It was the thing with them. They were like, they were so clean. Their sound is so clean and everything.
Yeah.
It's almost like upbeat for. Yeah, I can't explain it.
I know what you mean.
It's not dark
it's
enough.
kind of the
It's
pop of. It's
Yeah.
kind of the pop of heavy metal.
Yeah, and they got good brand. Yeah, they got good branding and
Right.
Bruce
Yeah.
is a pilot and he's way fucking cooler than me. I get it.
Elaborate shows,
Yeah.
elaborate shows, everything, you know.
They
But
got-
like then you see them live and like the guy, the rest of the guys are just like, they got cut off sleeves and they just look like older guys playing, So I
Yeah.
mean, they weren't like, but their stage shows were elaborate. Their album covers were elaborate. Everything.
I think of them as and there's no disrespect because I know they should be there, just based on the
legacy,
legacy and everything. Again, I'm the same way. I think I would probably like them even less than Mike does. I'm just not a fan.
Yeah,
I get it. Run to the Hills and Trooper. That's about it for me.
they're not
But
number 3.
You don't think they're 3?
They
They're
are
not 3.
Not in my
They're
mind.
not. They should. They can't. They're
I don't
not
think
number
they're
3.
I would put them in the top 10.
I always like Priest more. I thought Priest does what they do
Oh,
better.
yeah. I mean, well, when we're done, I'll give you my top 10.
When I think of Iron
cool.
Maiden, I think of, and this is again no disrespect, I think of metal's version of Spinal Tap. I really think. I think of them as Spinal Tap.
Bruce Dickinson's hair.
No, it's it's the theatrics. Like you said, they're a little bit. They're heavy.
Nigel
and
Tufnell.
and they rock, but they're too polished and shiny.
Yeah,
a little bit. That's in my head. I automatically think of Spinal Tap. When I first saw Spinal Tap, the first time I ever saw them, it wasn't even the movie. It was just them on an award show back in like the 90s.
Yeah.
And I was like, who's this band? And I immediately thought of Iron Maiden.
Yep.
So that's no disrespect. I love Spinal Tap. Maybe not the music so much as the movie itself, but no, Iron Maiden for me isn't that.
Number 2, which I agree with them being number 2.
Yep.
I agree with 1 and 2, by the way.
1 and 2 are perfect.
But number 2 simply because they're the OGs. Black Sabbath, Tony Iommi, Downtune. They invented the genre. They invented the whole deal.
Yep.
They're the godfathers. They're the grandmasters of metal. They've been around longer than everybody. They're the first to do it. So yes, Black Sabbath is definitely number 2.
Yep. Another band I like more as I got older too.
Yeah.
I only knew some of the hits, but then when you start listening to some of the other stuff, it's like shit.
I mean, when you had Ozzy and Dio, you had like 2 great singers, just that everybody universally respects.
They did a song. They did an album with Ian Gillan from Deep Purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Called Born Again, and he like early Deep Purple. He could hit high notes. The early shit was all about that. I mean,
yeah.
So it's a great album too. So I mean, they did it again, and then they had another great singer in the '80s, Ray Gillan.
Yeah,
he was another powerful fucking singer, and they did a great album with. They might have did a couple albums with him, but one for sure was a really good album.
Yeah.
So
Geezer Butler wrote a lot of songs. Everybody thinks Tony and
no,
but Geezer fucking was actually
another bass player who writes all the shit for him.
Yeah, he writes a ton of shit.
Just like John Paul Jones, Robert DeLeo.
Yeah,
Paul Gray. God rest his soul. Okay. Speaking of deceased bass players.
Yeah.
The number 1 metal band of all time, and I think everybody, like one guy, I saw some channel, metal is in their fucking name.
Yep.
Metallica is the number 1 metal band ever. I agree. There's been bands that do certain things better. There's been bands that are heavier, better. Pretty much every metal band has a better drummer.
Yep.
But when you put it all together, you package it all, there is no better metal band than Metallica because their first, I'll even say the Black Album was good.
I would.
But people say, that's when they died. I think the Black Album was a good album.
Good album.
I think it was their bridge to death.
Yeah, it was but they had some good tunes on there. Obviously,
the ultimate in terms of the heavy sounds of metal, and also again that commercial viability, where they got radio airplay, and they were popular with not just metalheads, but that was probably more about Black Album. But
yeah,
there was people that actually liked them that you wouldn't think liked them.
Yeah, my freaking Michael Jackson loving, New Kids on the Block worshiping sister.
Yeah.
Had fucking had Master of Puppets. She played
Yeah.
that fucking.
You would have New Kids on the Block, B-52s, Michael Jackson, and Metallica in her car.
Yeah, so they're the greatest metal band of all time.
Yep.
I think most people agree. So
Alan,
I don't agree.
No,
Sabbath's number one all the way.
I mean, I would if you interchange those two, I think most people would probably.
It's Sabbath, then Metallica, then Slayer.
Yeah.
No,
then Pantera.
Iron Maiden's number 3.
So Pantera's 4 on your list and Forbes.
Yeah, then Pantera, then Priest, then Slipknot, then Korn, then System of a Down, then Iron Maiden.
Yeah,
and I'm not talking about like them being my favorite bands. I just think because I look at those bands and I look at all the bands who have been great because of those bands who've created the genres that those bands or have developed the genres that those bands created.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's, I mean, a lot of these other ones, they're up there too. I mean, like you said, I'm not a Deftones fan, but I know that everybody tried to sound like them. So they're like, they're in there.
Yeah.
I mean, most of these bands that are in this 38 were definitely in there. Dio's right there too. But, at the same time, Dio is really a voice, I mean, a lot of the music he created was just pretty much like a lot of other people's. So I don't think he defined anything other than he had an amazing singing voice.
He did.
I think the bands that I just said, those are the bands that created something just by like being something completely different than what everybody else was doing.
I'm just surprised that like that Forbes has like Death and Converge on their list. They even knew who.
Well, yeah. And I agree. Like I put like some of those there, but they're definitely not in the top 10. Like my top 10 is pretty much
10 again.
I was like Sabbath, Slayer, Metallica, Pantera, Priest, Slipknot, Korn, System of a Down, and then I would go from there. I would probably say I'd probably put Iron Maiden about 10.
Yeah,
9 or 10.
Yeah, that's a fair list. I can't agree.
But I don't think I got 10. But no, I don't. I got 8, 9. But and I would put Dio right up there. But I just don't put him at 10.
I don't
in the top 10.
I would take I would take Machine Head and Danzig off here.
Yeah, for sure.
And I would put In Flames because it's just a personal favorite. They kind of
they're a good band.
But then again, people will say At the Gates was their daddy. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. I never listened.
Yeah.
The truth is, I didn't listen to a lot of At the Gates. I listened to In Flames, so
yeah,
can't.
Yeah, like if I was picking my top 10 favorite metal bands, it would be it wouldn't be much different. But I don't think I'd have Korn's not a top. Slipknot and Korn are not a System. They're not a top 10 favorite of mine, but I like them. But they're definitely not top 10. I would have Anthrax. I love thrash metal though.
Yeah,
I love thrash metal. I love Anthrax. I love Exodus. I love Sacred Reich.
Twice.
Gary
Holt's on here twice, Al.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure. Yeah. I saw him. With Exodus, and I saw him with Slayer.
That's sweet. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so all in all, not a bad list.
No.
I think Sepultura should be further up because without Sepultura, you wouldn't have.
Oh shit, dude, that's who's in the top 10 for sure. I knew there was one missing.
I could make a joke about Soulfly. I'm like, without them, you wouldn't have. They wouldn't have inspired Soulfly.
Yeah, no, they're like, I mean, they're a top 10.
They were fun.
I mean, probably. I mean, if I went with the Forbes, I would probably like. It would probably be them and Death as like because of the genres that they were part of and what they did with them, what bands, everybody wanted to sound like them. Everybody tried to be them.
I might have, because you got Carcass on there for your. I might have had Deicide instead of Carcass, but they're both. One's European.
Yeah, I know that was another one that popped up.
You probably had to get another European band on there, though. You do.
Yeah, that was another one that popped up was Deicide. I was like, dude, why is Deicide not like? Why'd you have to pick 39? Why not 30 or 38? Why not 39? Put Deicide on there.
But they describe themselves as Slayer on steroids. So if you're someone's grandkid, then I guess granddad gets on. Don't.
Yeah.
Granddad. That's how they self-describe. Glenn always says, "We're Slayer on steroids, dude."
Yeah, right.
It's like just. But
I did say a couple times.
I always tell people, I go, well, I
only know like 4.
I think I remember being 4. I think I was 4 to 5 when I recall Black Sabbath the first time.
Yeah.
I know I heard it before that because my dad listened to rock. Our dad listened to rock channels. He listened to WABX, he listened to Riff, he listened to Wheels. So I heard him, I'm sure, before that. But I just remember me and him being in the car and me hearing it, Iron Man, and just being like, I can't really explain. I was like, I was captivated by it. Hearing that. The beginning of it, and then I am Iron Man.
Yeah,
it was then
favorites too because of the reference to Iron Man, and he had just seen Iron Man the first time he heard that song, and so he likes them, but only because of the connection to the movie.
Oh, but I'll tell you,
I found out about Sabbath because of Iron Man, because of the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, the tag team.
Yep.
They used to come to the ring to Iron Man before like copyright and stuff. When the WCW was NWA, and there wasn't like there wasn't copyright lawsuits as much. They came down to fucking. I go, what's that song? My uncle Trace is like, that's Black Sabbath, Iron Man. He goes, but you're kind of young to be listening to that stuff. It's serious stuff, man. I immediately fucking paranoid. I went up to Harmony House. They sold it right to me. And I was like, dude, I got to listen to this. And then Iron Man was why I bought it, but Paranoid was my favorite song once I bought it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Until I started discovering more of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I like a lot of songs by them, but like, I don't know. Hand to Doom is probably like my favorite. And I hadn't listened to it in a long time. And then I found it again, and then I played it for Andrew and Jay, and Andrew's like, I never heard this, and Jay's like, I don't think I have either. And then now they play it all the time. They love it.
Yeah,
it's a really dark song.
Yeah,
just really heavy, but not fast. There's fast parts to it. But it's great. It's a great song. So, but when I really knew that I was a diehard metalhead was the first song I ever heard by Slayer when I was 9. And it scared the fucking shit out of me.
Yeah.
Was the Antichrist.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know what the song was called.
9 years old, you're like, oh my God.
I just heard and then he's like, ah! I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Little did you know that like Tom's actually one of the nicest people ever.
Oh yeah, but like I was obsessed with him. Like I started like seeing him in all the magazines at that point. Like I'd get Cream magazine and Hit Parader, and I'm like, oh man. But I didn't know anything else by him, and then I started listening to more by him. So that was it. I was hooked.
Sweet.
Is Wasp on the list?
I wouldn't put him in the top 38, but Wasp is a great band.
Yeah, no, I know that.
People don't give that they don't give them enough credit. The first 3 albums by Wasp are so fucking good. They're just good rock and roll.
Blind in Texas.
Fuck yeah. The self-titled album, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Blackie Lawless and Wasp, Chris Holmes. Always did.
Heck. It's too bad that him and Chris can't kiss and make up, but it ain't.
No shit.
But if it happened by now, it's not going to happen.
Sounds like more of a Blackie thing now than a Chris Holmes thing.
Yeah, because Chris is sober by now at this point.
Yeah. I mean, people hold grudges, so
yeah.
And that it could be maybe he did something shitty, and Blackie's like, I'll never forgive him for it. I don't know, but
yeah, that's the thing about dudes, especially as we get older. Everybody has that line like, "This happens, never speaking to you again."
Mm-hmm.
Like you always have like family members that don't talk to each
yeah.
other.
If you tell me you're gay, that's it. It's over.
Yeah. yeah. You're dating a non-white, you're out.
Yeah, right.
But it's always, it's seriously, it's always something stupid too. Dude, you're really not
right.
talking.
Yeah, right.
Dude, I'll give you the $13. Talk.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm a scum sucking pig fucker, and I'm pretty sure that the woman who called me that never wants to talk to me again. But hopefully one day.
Hopefully one day.
Hopefully. I'd like to apologize, but I'm pretty sure she fucking still doesn't want to talk to me. So
yeah,
whatever. Happens. I'm out here to fuck bitches and make money.
Yeah. What do they say? If you don't make enemies, you're not. I can't think of the saying. If you don't have enemies, you're not like standing for anything. I don't know. It's some way to cope with people hating.
I was going to say you're not alive.
Yeah. But speaking of not alive, we were talking about Lenny earlier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was waiting for them to one of them to come out of the woodwork and speak. And
yeah.
And sure as hell, here comes Jay Masters.
Yay!
And he starts off. I'm going to play a little bit. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's 30 minutes, and it does not disappoint. He goes full Jay, and he's preaching a little tough love to us maniacs like me. Here.
Oh, I can't hear it.
Can't hear it?
No.
Here, let me try a different thing.
Okay.
I'll get where you can hear it. Hold on.
Yeah.
You won't be able to see it, but you guys hear it. Okay, let me.
Before it starts, I gotta say I'm a little surprised that he started off that way.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. Right.
Jay's Jay, man.
Yeah.
And he goes.
Oh, I thought you're okay.
Yeah.
Jay doesn't like. He was friends with Lenny, and he's the tough love kind of guy, and he's like, so Lenny wouldn't want you. Lenny wouldn't want you down and out, but he goes full Jay, and it's pretty funny.
Missing any workouts or missing any meals because you're fucking sad. Define sad, Brad. Are you feeling sad? Do you need some fucking fireworks? Do you need a music festival?
He's impersonating Lenny.
Do you need a new tattoo? No. We don't got time for that. The real big Lenny that I knew would not want you guys being sad or mourning or feeling any grief. He would want you to step over his body to get to the deadlift platform. Then you call 911.
Lenny would want you to, but here's Jay goes full.
That's good. That's a good eulogy right there, though.
To be with his maker, whoever that is. So we don't have to watch the great fall of gender looked like.
Here he tells a Lenny story that's like you expect it to be sentimental and it's disturbing.
I was thinking about one of my favorite Lenny stories.
He gets real sentimental.
I don't know if I've ever said this on video. I got to be really careful with the verbiage.
He's worried about
that I don't get this video demonetized.
He doesn't want to get demonetized, but wait till you hear it.
I was picking Lenny's brain to see what kind of fucked up pervert he really was. And I tried to come up with a really disgusting scenario to see how far that guy would go. And I said, Lenny, the transgender female, which of course would have a cock and wife,
Which Lenny?
I said, if a
Well, she was.
transgender cream pied a woman, would you go down on that woman and eat the cream pie?
Mm-hmm.
You know what that motherfucker's response was?
I have an idea.
Depends on what the transgender person looked like. What kind of fucking logic does that make?
He's
That's
roasting
how
Lenny in
fucking
his grave.
fucked up in the head that guy was. Like, I'm talking about a fucking cream pie from a fucking woman with fake tits and a cock shooting her load up inside a fucking real woman. And I asked Lenny if he would go down on her and fucking be the cleanup boy. And his response was, depends on what the transgender looked like. For God's sake, that makes no sense.
So there's Jay bringing everybody's spirits up.
There you go.
That was great.
That first part was good. He eulogized him.
Yeah. Well, he basically roasts him the whole time.
Yeah.
He goes, Lenny, but Lenny, when he was doing that, you go, what are you sad? That's how Lenny talked.
Yeah.
He was trying to build everybody up. And then I just like how he went from, I don't want to get demonetized to cream pies and
cream pie cleanup.
Yeah. Jay's obsessed with cream pie cleanups.
Also, I hope next time that Jay graces us with a new video that he picks a room with even more echo in it.
Yeah. Well, the thing was, Jay's been away for a while because he didn't want any more social media infamy, especially after he had his blood clots and almost died.
Yeah.
So he came back out of nowhere and he's just as mean as ever.
just go into next time he makes his video. I just want to go into an empty airplane hangar and just do it. Just get the most echo he possibly can.
Get the acoustics.
Yeah, it'd be great. Just so I can't understand anything he's saying at that point.
Abandoned theater.
Yeah, just something like that. You know,
like an abandoned giant vaudevillian theater.
Yeah,
in a valley with mountains around.
Yeah, right.
In a canyon.
Where you hear cock.
Yeah, right.
Cock.
Yeah, so there was well, he did say, he goes, because Lenny was the last misfit to kind of keep doing content. They all basically, they're married and grew up finally in their 40s. But so Jay's like, it looks like I'm gonna have to carry the torch. Thanks. So that was the last thing he said. So he's gonna be back. Hopefully he don't relapse. Jay, don't start drinking again, please.
Oh, is he still on the train?
No, he hasn't. He hasn't.
That's good. He's still on the sober train. Good.
He hasn't. Supposedly, he hasn't drank since his clotting incident 2 years ago.
Good.
Nice.
Oh, good.
But
good for him, man.
I just don't want it, because what happens, he'd like to get drunk and do 7-hour lives.
Oh,
I know. I know. That shit's crazy.
So yeah, that's it for that. What are getting any other points? I don't really think.
Well, there's one with this endoscopy.
What? Yeah. What's with the Is that how you say it, or do you say endoscopic?
It ain't as cool of an idea. I thought I write down some of these points. I'm like, all right, this is stupid to talk about, but whatever. So this doctor has used a PS3 controller, which is a terrible controller.
Yeah.
To do endoscopy on patients thousands of miles away. So he must be a PlayStation player, whatever. But it's weird how they can do these surgeries with the robotic hands. Now they're using PlayStation controller.
Just like the fucking submarine did.
Yeah, the Heaven's Gate, or what? Not Heaven's Gate.
Ocean Gate.
Ocean Gate. Yeah. Same fate. Same fate.
Yeah, true.
It's Heaven's Gate.
That's funny. That's kind of interesting. Why they all keep on going to like these PlayStation remotes for their stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I heard the DualShock 5, the new one, is good, but pretty much throughout the history of it, Xbox had better controller until now. I hear the DualShock 5 is really good.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I had to get a new Switch controller because mine was getting drift.
I have one of ours has because we have 4. We got the 2 that came on the console, and then I got 2 Pro controllers besides.
Yeah,
and one of the Joy-Cons is drifting real hard.
I don't know what it is about the Switch. It makes no sense for me to play. I have the same games on the some of the, like Dark Souls. I have Skyrim. I have Call of Juarez, Gunslinger. I got it all on my Xbox, and here I am playing it on the Switch at half the fidelity.
Yeah,
Like,
probably
well,
the worst.
I was like, I don't know, something about the Switch, man. It's like a toy. They made it a toy, and you want to play with it. Like, I don't know. Switch is just fun, I guess. Makes no logical sense, but there I am.
I got news from Leo DiCaprio.
What's that?
He's dating a model.
Who's he dating now?
That's the news. He's dating a model.
We lost Al.
No.
Al!
He'll come back or he won't. He's dating a model, and guess how old she is?
Oh,
26.
wait, there he is. He's back.
26 is over his limit, isn't it? 25?
26 is way too old.
Well, I thought 25.
Gross.
I thought 25 was his limit.
We lost you for a second, Al.
Yeah. It was reconnecting. I live in the mountains now.
Oh yeah. Do you
It
have?
does happen.
Do you have that freaking? What do you call it? Starlink?
Yeah, we have something that's weird. I don't know exactly what, but it's something that's weird. It cuts out, but even so, like even when we're out on like sites, like when I'm just got my T-Mobile, like sometimes I can't get a signal.
Someone says, "Hey Al, Master Bruce Willis." I don't know.
Master Bruce Willis. Yeah. Okay.
Says, "Hey Al."
Hey Al. I don't know who that person is, but they're saying hi to you. So,
Hey.
So I don't know if you caught it, but
I don't know.
Leo DiCaprio has a new girlfriend. She's 26. That's pretty old for him.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's like an old maid.
Yeah.
You still stay token in big mountains.
What?
I don't know who this is. No, I just moved back to the mountains.
Vittoria Ciretti or Coretti. I don't know if that's
you.
Her. I think that's her right there. Yeah, that one.
Huh? His girlfriend?
Yeah, she's okay. She's
well,
not.
You got rid of the other one because I think she like turned 30 or something.
No, I don't think she's that old.
No, I know. But she was older than normally. He usually gets rid of them at 25.
Yeah, that's why it's weird that she's already 26.
That's like old maid territory. There she is, right there.
Yeah, she's okay.
He does have a type.
She's okay
Yeah,
if you're
models.
if you're into that.
Yeah,
really old,
exactly.
Old hot look.
I mean, she's not Jared Goff's woman, but she's close.
Do you miss Michigan now?
I've only been gone a week. No,
not yet.
I miss people. Master Bruce Willis. I don't know who this is. You still stay toking in big mountains.
So it's someone from your past because they think
apparently.
Yeah,
but you don't.
Yeah,
dude. Is Leo's about to be 50?
Yeah, he's gonna be 50.
Yeah.
It,
yes.
Leo's type is
yes, just
That's
like
true.
mine. Of age, of course.
This type of woman is also younger.
Well,
of age.
Of age, though, yeah.
Of age, yes. But, well, I mean, my wife's younger than me, so technically, I guess I like younger women. She's 2 years younger than me.
Man, you're cradle robbing bad.
I know.
2 years.
2 years. That's true.
You sick.
I dream of
it. What is she like? 42.
I don't know who this is.
Gonna be 43.
Somebody's fucking with me. I don't know who it is. So they got me right now. I have no idea.
Elle has a secret admirer.
I'm clueless who this is.
Yeah, we know Master Bruce Willis.
You know, I don't know if you guys saw this, but there's a Christopher Reeve documentary coming out.
Oh, really?
About Christopher Reeve.
Christopher Butthole Reeve.
Check yourself before you neck yourself.
Yeah, which also, by the way, a couple of days ago, same day as Lenny's, the news of Lenny's death came out. That was the 20th anniversary of Christopher Reeve's death.
Yeah, I can't remember where I saw it, but somebody played a clip of him. Somebody played a clip of him on I don't remember who.
Lurking in every goon cave. Okay, that's one of the I won't say their last name, but the AWH clan goon cave.
Yeah.
They're gooners.
Oh.
Okay, nah. Yeah, no, I know. All right. Master Bruce Willis. Yes. Okay.
You should have
They
said
got
Goon,
me.
Should have said Goon Cave. Dead giveaway.
Yeah.
They got me.
Lord King in every goon cave. Could be Phil.
Nah, Phil would just
because he's like
no, Phil's DHP, not Goon.
Yeah, wait, no, he likes gooning.
He probably likes Phil likes all sorts of depravity.
Yeah,
he just prefers.
See, when you look up Leo DiCaprio,
yeah,
and then you look up his relationships, it says see full list.
Yeah,
see full list. Yeah,
they have an Excel hooked up to it. That's how you know.
There's a completely separate Wikipedia page.
Yep, that's
And
true.
Here's all his hot chicks.
He does have some hot chicks.
I remember my dad years ago found Chickapedia. He's like, as far as our Chickapedia, he was obsessed with that site. Like, Chickapedia.
They said DMT.
Well,
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I've seen people smoke it before.
Oh yeah. No. What? Yeah. What the fuck's he talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We gotta get to the bottom of this. AWH.
There it is.
Oh,
now it is. Yeah.
It's like
we know what you're all about.
Like
Raiders. Oh yeah. That team.
So I heard from Alan that the Lions, who are playing the Cowboys tomorrow, that the Cowboys are all pedophiles. That's what you said.
Oh yes.
I don't even need to see proof. I just know it.
And they're also. I may have. It was just a slip. I called them. I was supposed to call them Cowboys, but
Yeah.
pedos. Yeah, they're also chicken fuckers.
That too.
Well, yeah. Obviously.
So,
as we know,
did you guys know? Did you hear about? So, did you ever hear of the band Torture?
No.
Okay, well, apparently they're an infamous band because there was an article on my Google about them.
Yeah.
Torture. Okay.
About the whole band quitting on the singer.
Really?
Yeah, apparently they all had different reasons, but he was getting ready to go on tour, and they were all getting ready to go on tour, and they just they all quit.
Well, that's good.
Well,
and I'm like, but they made it sound like this band was like I read the article. It was clickbait. They got me.
Yep.
They got me. It said, popular or influential metal band.
Never heard of
loses all their musicians just before a big tour, and I click on it. And I'm like, who the fuck is Torture?
They need Master Goon to show them. What if Master Chief was a Master Goon?
Whoa. That would break everything.
Cortana used to be hot. They used to draw her a lot hotter.
They used to draw her hotter. Yeah, that's true.
They did it in all games.
They always did.
Yes.
Now they desexualize all the women characters. So.
You should put 2 T's in the Goonettes.
Yeah.
Goonettes.
Because right now it looks like a word Goonete.
Yeah, Goonettes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So but I've been playing the Switch pretty much every night.
Yeah. My kids just hooked up a Wii in the basement.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah. Guess what? It's not high def.
No.
Yeah. It's not even widescreen. You
it's
only
a
get
T30p or whatever. I don't know what.
Hooked up to our TV, which is a 4K TV, but the output for it is just like AV cords.
Mm-hmm.
So you only get a 4:3 resolution. You don't even get widescreen, and it's quite not high def. Like, we're gonna play this Wii. I'm like, why? Look at it.
They're just getting more and
play
more
Atari.
Like, I need a Game Boy, the real one, Dad. I need a Game Boy. Can you get? They're getting less and less fidelity.
Yeah,
it's like nothing.
I'm telling you, man. CRT TVs are coming back. There's a whole bunch of groups about people who are finding these old CRTs and hooking up their systems to it. That's like, I need the CRT TVs.
Bill was just telling me earlier that he has he got his hands on an original Nintendo and a Super Nintendo.
Wow.
Yeah. He's like, oh, do you ever play any of those? I go, can't say that I did.
No.
I have my Xbox for the off chance I want to be social and talk to people. Then I have my game, my Switch for most of my gaming.
Well, there's one of the group, many groups I'm part of on Facebook. There's a guy who, and it's a gaming group, but it's like retro gaming. And this guy's like, it's like, here's my Nintendo games. And there was 460 or 470 original Nintendo games created.
Yeah.
Total. And this guy has 438 of those games in his collection. And he has like a lot of rare ones. There's just certain ones he can't get yet. So he's basically got like over 90% of all the games ever made by Nintendo.
Oh, wow.
But he's one of those guys that collects it and he plays it on his CRT TV that weighs about 400 pounds. And
yeah,
I would agree with Master Bruce Willis that old games are better than modern games.
They are absolutely better.
Oh, there are a lot of them are better, yeah.
And sometimes even the short ones are good. You just play them, beat them different ways.
Yeah.
So
I may start playing Nintendo. I mean, it's it's probably finally been around long enough. It's worked all the bugs out, so maybe I'll start playing it.
Yeah, get a Switch, man.
Well, I was just gonna play Nintendo out here.
Yeah. It's fucking, dude. Those old games are badass. I play freaking Tecmo Bowl all the time.
Oh yeah.
On my Switch.
Yeah.
But I play it all the time.
So on Switch you can play whatever.
They have a whole library of old Nintendo games on it.
Old Nintendo, Super Nintendo.
That's like a handheld thing, right?
Yeah, or Andy hooks up to your TV.
Yeah, there's a dock. So
okay.
I play it on my TV. Again, what I'm doing makes no sense. My Series X plays everything 10 times better.
Yep.
But I sit there on the Switch.
It's just
it relaxes me. I
get
don't know
it.
why.
I get it. You don't play Brutal Legend anymore, do you?
No, I played it for a while though. Not many. Brutal Legend's a cool game. You like it, Al? It's a heavy metal game.
Well, I was only asking because there's some guy who's going to be online this weekend. Double Fine founder Tim Schafer.
Yeah, he's the guy that made the game. Yeah,
he's the one that made the game. Yes, he's going to be online tomorrow, assisting players to unlock Brutal Legend 6 Degrees of Schafer achievement. It's a rare achievement, super rare achievement, and he'll help you get it tomorrow.
I'll fuck up some Sonic Adventure.
Sonic Adventure's cool too. Yeah.
Sega Dreamcast.
What time is it?
Isn't that what that is? Sega.
Yeah,
the
Sonic
Dreamcast.
So what? Okay, I'll write it down because I'm gonna do it. I'll play it.
It just says tomorrow. It doesn't say what time.
Okay, I'll get that achievement.
But it says you had to play a multiplayer match.
Oh, okay.
But it's the 15th anniversary of Brutal Legend. I'm sorry. On my Xbox all Sunday. Well, at least from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific. So like 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. our time.
It's on Game Pass, so you don't have to buy it.
Yeah, that's true. It's a fun game. No, I actually think we downloaded it. I think I already have it on my Xbox. After you were playing it, I think Donovan downloaded it so he could play it.
The only problem is if you play it and stream it, you get copyright struck because there's so many metal bands.
Yep, that's true. Just don't do that then. Bro, I think he's going to send you a link.
All right, send the link.
So I'm more like a Dreamcast era shit. Sonic Adventure. That's Sega, right? Dreamcast.
Yeah,
Sega.
Yeah.
Sega Dreamcast.
Consider that one the forgotten, like the greatest console that basically went away too soon.
No way, man. Neo Geo.
That was the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Dreamcast. Yeah.
Oh.
So like you can put a developer mode on your Xbox for 20 and put an emulator to the 360 for free. Wait,
for old games, the emulator. Yeah. Emulators really, dude, if you PC you can do anything with. You can pirate, you can do all. I don't have a PC.
Yeah.
I have a Mac. But PCs where you can do a lot of that, but you can mod. My cousin Josh had a modded 360, he had everything on that fucking thing.
I'll never be PC, man.
PC.
Davin does a lot of emulators on his laptop. He's got a gaming laptop. He does it on that.
Neo Geo is underrated.
I didn't have the Neo Geo. That was for rich kids, man.
Rich kids had it.
But
yeah.
But now you can get it for nothing.
Yeah. I don't know. If you do it based on,
probably not.
The cost of it then is relative to about $2,000 now. it'd be about the same price. I don't know if it would still cost. It probably
It would cost
more
you what
now.
a gaming PC would cost now.
Back then it was $500 when everything else was like $120. So
Yeah,
you can get a Nintendo for $120 or a Neo Geo for $500. Everybody got a Nintendo.
I played my Sega Genesis every day for like years.
Yep.
And then if I pull it out of the attic, it'll still play right now. Those old machines are fucking awesome.
I maintain that the one that's Neo Geo is very underrated, but the other one that's really underrated that had really cool games and just never really took off was TurboGrafx 16.
Yeah.
Bonk's Adventure and a bunch of those other games were like really awesome. Looked great.
Your Bonks look good, dude.
TurboGrafx 16.
I wonder if you can play Bonks anywhere.
I've not heard of that game in 25 years at least.
Bonks Adventures.
Well, now going back to that CRT TV thing.
Yeah.
I was in Goodwill a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Looking for a desk and chair, and they had no furniture in there, but they had two giant Sonys.
Minitrons?
Yeah, because I pointed to them and I go, "You ever have to pick those up?" And Bill's like, "Oh yeah, they suck." And I'm like, "Yeah, but you're strong. You probably could have picked it up yourself." But I used to deliver those things when I worked for the appliance store.
When mom and dad got rid of theirs, it was so heavy. The TV was so heavy. But that's the thing. I wonder how much those things were at the Goodwill you're at, because there's people that like actively look for those TVs now.
This was just some little Goodwill, and like when I say that, like, this is kind of small town. This is like small town.
Yeah.
Like this whole area, like you drive for 40 minutes, you see a bunch of houses and stuff, but then you don't see another town for 30 minutes.
Master Bruce Willis says, I got an emulation station that can run any game up to the Wii U, but what are some good graphic 36 games? That's a good question.
Yeah. I don't know what that means.
No, it's
so it's a really good question. You've stumped me.
I don't know. So the Goodwills out there out west, because we don't even have Goodwills here now, here at least, but a lot of the states, maybe not Washington, but like Arizona and Southern California and Nevada and stuff, the Goodwills are like really nice stores.
Oh yeah. This was not. This is a strip mall.
This is just like our Salvation, our Salvo stores are here.
Let's put it this way. I bought like 2 power strips while I was there, because I was like, okay, these power strips are kind of expensive at the real stores, And I looked at the one, they were exactly the same. Okay.
Yep.
I looked at the one, the price tag said $1.99. I didn't look at the second one. They were both right there next to each other. So I assumed they were both $1.99 because one had a sticker that said it. No, the other one, the exact same length, exact same amount of outlets, everything, was $2.99 instead of $1.99.
Oh,
I don't get it. I don't get it, but whatever. I also found a pair of Levi denim boots that were brand spanking new. They were brand new. They were my size, and they were $14. And I looked them up, and they were originally like $60 or something like that.
Yeah.
They didn't sell them very well. They look like Doc Martens, but they're all denim. Well, they're hideous, and I had to have them, so I bought them.
If you were in there again and you see any cast iron, pick it up.
Cast iron skillet.
It's cast iron skillets and shit like that are hot commodities nowadays.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Sure. They are. So they are.
Oh, okay.
No, they are actually. They're very they're again another whole group, but people take those things and re-season them and do whatever. They'll put them in chemical washes and all other stuff.
Yeah.
And they'll they'll sell them for extra money. So if you pay $75 for one of them and get it cleaned up and stuff, you could probably sell it for $125.
Cream pie cleaned up.
Cleaned up.
So cream pie cleanup, cast iron skillet.
Right. Yeah, but why was one power strip more expensive than the other?
That I don't know. Still, I didn't ask. I didn't realize it until I got home and looked at the receipt.
Okay.
So,
all right.
they're same. I'm not kidding. Like I looked at the back of them. They're the same company. Everything is the same about them.
Mm-hmm.
One was stickered $199. The other was $299.
That's some bullshit, right?
Yeah. If I would have known, if I would have saw it, I would have. If I would have realized it at the time, I didn't. If I would have put my glasses on and looked at it in the store, I would have said something. But I was already home, so whatever.
I think Andrew or one of them, Master Bruce Willis, was talking to me because he said something about graphic.
Yeah, this is Andrew because he's talking about video games. His dad don't know shit about video games.
He said graphic 36 games, but then he called.
He said TurboGrafx 16. You were talking about.
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah, I was talking about TurboGrafx 16, but when he said 36 games, I got confused. I think he was talking about me calling it an underrated console. I do know games for it. I said one of the games, Bonk's Adventure, but there was 3 Bonk's games. There was those. Those were good games. Blazing Lasers was pretty cool.
Well, this was another one of those that didn't stay around long enough, did it?
Stay around. No, R-Type, which I think was available on a couple of them, was another good game. They had a lot of games that were similar to the other consoles, but they had their own. Bonk was their Mario. That was going to be their big
Their
thing.
flagship.
Then they
franchise.
There was 3 games. And I thought they were cool games.
This isn't.
Okay.
Okay. Then why did you say AWH?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. You said Goon, man. It's Geo, that kid.
It's Geo.
Yeah.
It's Geo.
We know it's you, Geo.
You were like AWH. Sorry, Geo. Sorry, buddy. I forgot. I do remember now. I forgot, buddy. I haven't seen you in a while. You didn't come say goodbye to me before I left.
Yeah.
But they had,
of course it was him. That's why all this typing's going on.
Yeah. I know Joseph was contacting us on
Is he out of the pokey?
Out of jail because he was on he kept tagging me in Kunta Kinte racist stuff.
Oh, okay.
On TikTok.
Yeah.
So I was like, but he's out. So I don't know.
We don't know what happened.
No, I haven't talked to him.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna let him say his piece on here actually.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get the whole story.
But he never. Well, to his credit, it's fucking 5 a.m. there or 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So he's probably not up.
Man, they had a game that was kind of like Rygar. What the hell?
Well, they don't have a First Amendment there, so he might have went to
he could have
jail for anything.
Yeah,
he might have said something stupid online.
Do you remember Rygar?
Yeah,
Rygar. They had a game.
Rygar the Horrible?
No.
Comic?
They had a game kind of like Rygar, but it was like TurboGrafx 16, and I cannot remember what it was called. Like along the same lines.
So Master Bruce Willis says, I wasn't aware you were leaving, Al. I would have seen you legit. I didn't find out till a few days ago.
Legendary Axe. That was what it's called. Legendary Axe. It's kind of like that type of game if you're into Rygar and some of the retro games. Like
I loved Rygar. I never could get past the first fucking board though.
I heard
it was fucking hard.
I did hear that there's talk of they're making a Shinobi movie. Did you know that?
Shinobi's another really hard game.
Yeah, they're making a Shinobi movie, and someone said, finally, this is the next step before they finally give me my Altered Beast movie adaptation.
Altered Beast was fucking jacked dudes that turned into Werebeast.
I know that. I saw that.
That one was around that was on a Master System, actually, the Sega Master System.
In fact, when I shut this down, I'm gonna play Altered Beast.
There you go. Oh yeah, it's on the it's on the Switch under the Genesis part. Yeah.
I know. I'm gonna start keeping the Switch here so I can stream it on the weekend.
There you go.
For our legions of worshipers.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Doing a podcast is fun because I get to talk to you guys.
Yeah.
But it's so much easier to stream a video game because you don't have to talk as much.
As long as you get that audio working, so you can actually hear what they're saying. Gears of War.
So I am very proud of I think I'm going to take our metal list and I'm going to condense that down to just a 30-minute video of us talking about that because those do really well.
Yeah.
People talking about metal list.
Well, and we didn't even create the list. We're basically commenting on what Forbes said. So people will be like, when you take something like that and you pick it apart, that's when people really start watching.
Then you get people that like these real obscure bands.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I like Nemesis Enforcer.
Carcass should be way up there.
Yeah,
like nuclear fire should be so much higher.
Nemesis Enforcer is not a band; it's a GI Joe character, buddy. like, remember that guy with the wings?
Yeah.
I can't believe there's never been a band called Nemesis Enforcer.
Yeah, I know.
I'm thinking about it.
That's actually a really good thing. I'm still trying to figure out why he had a name like that.
Yeah, Nemesis Enforcer. That's like kind of Nemesis Enforcer.
Yeah, it's like
doesn't really roll off the tongue,
No.
you know, when you're like yelling orders at him to kill someone for you.
It has more syllables than Cobra Commander, also. So yeah, it doesn't roll. You know.
Never again playing that shit. What's that? Altered Beast. Is that what you said? I love Altered Beast.
Yeah, Legendary Axe is the game I was thinking of. That's on TurboGrafx 16. But that was another one that like it was like if your Nintendo was $120 back in the day, TurboGrafx 16 was double the price. It was a Neo Geo price. It was when Nintendo was not even into 16-bit. You had TurboGrafx, which was 16-bit.
Mm-hmm.
They were there before Nintendo, before Sega, but not before Neo Geo. But
so
that's what King of the Fighters came from, was Neo Geo. Remember?
Yeah,
the guy with the trucker hat. Yeah.
So I didn't actually clip it, but what I'm going to do when we get out of here, I'm going to record Lenny's Wild Night. They call it the trifecta, and I'm going to play this part. I got to find the thing in the YouTube. It's not a YouTube video. The guy put up. It's their audio podcast, and the guy put it up. Actually, I'll play the audio version of it because there's no point in playing the video because you can't see them anyway.
No.
But it's probably the gnarliest night a human being could have in depravity. And I'm not playing it to just put a bad light on Lenny. It's just, to me, it's fucking hilarious. Lenny did not care.
No, I didn't know much about him. I only know about him from you, but it didn't seem like he cared much at all.
You guys are the biggest. You guys, like I said in my one video I did on my personal channel, it was like it's not something that you go solicit people to. Like, hey, you got to check out the Misfits. It's too much.
When he talked about what was it when he talked about Lindsey Vonn?
Oh yeah,
at the sex club.
Yeah, we saw, and they're like, "Shut up! Don't say their name."
Yeah, and he was just like,
and he was dropping,
just a line of black dudes ready to plow her.
Oh God, yeah. Then he was talking about what was the other? Trump's buddy Roger Stone was hanging out there.
Oh yeah,
he's like just dropping.
Oh yeah,
because he was security at this place.
Yeah.
And the other guy's like, Lenny, shut the fuck up, man. He's like secure. Then when you go on Pornhub, there's a video of him at that club because everybody's wearing those, those old
like masquerade masks.
Masks.
Yeah.
To hide their identities.
Yeah.
There's chicks getting fingered, and there's Lenny laughing in the background. You can hear him. And everyone. Because the club put it up as like a promo. This is our wild club or whatever. And then, of course, when the Maniacs found it, look, Lenny's in the fucking video. So Lenny's on Pornhub as the security at the orgy.
That's so great.
So he's just sitting
That's
there.
so great.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. That one though was the funny one because like as soon as you said, well, it was because like she had already dated Tiger.
Oh yeah.
And then she was dating another guy who played hockey. Who's also he was also a black man. And then so when that came up, I was like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, she was definitely into it.
Yeah.
So I gotta find. Hopefully they didn't take it off of fucking. So I guess we'll head out, but I'm gonna play it at the end for the people that Lenny's trifecta night.
Alan, just so you know, LSU and Ole Miss in overtime turned into a really good game.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't have it timestamped.
I'll check out. I'll pop the tube on and see what's up.
About how the levels are low.
Okay.
And mine is.
I am.
Hey, Gio, thanks for coming in, man. I was just messing with you. I thought you knew I moved though, but yeah, the mountains are good. I'm not coming back.
Never.
Never.
I'm here to make millions.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Texas did blow out Oklahoma, by the way.
That was yeah. Texas is pretty okay-ish.
Yeah.
Yes. So, all right, guys, radiounderground.gay to find anything to do with us. Radiounderground.gay. This is going to be Delray Misfits episode 62. The whole episode is nuts. But anywhere you listen to podcasts, I'm just going to play like 5 minutes of it to end the show. There's no one crazier than Big Lenny with his party nights, man. This is the trifecta. And you'll hear what trifecta means if you stick around and listen. So you
Rest
guys,
in peace, buddy.
Rest in peace, Lenny. We love you and we miss you.
Yeah.
I'm getting busy with you. You're a big bear. Yeah, I got home kids. The club is packed. You know, all these young girls, but they're one-dimensional. Everybody, that's all they can do is, do they call that twerk? So, went to the men's room. I'm in there. There's 2 girls in there. Actually, like a bunch of kids. You know, yeah, I got home kids.
There was girls in the men's room?
And a kind of a feminine-looking type guy with the girls. And he come up to me. He's like, "Oh, he goes, ooh, I wouldn't mind getting busy with you. You're a big bear." I says, "Oh, yeah?" I says, "I will." If he says, "You watch." He said, "Girls are watching." He put a fucking rubber on me. Then she took out another packet with some kind of grease or gel.
Put the
Grease?
Listen, you guys have got to hold the microphones up to your mouths when you speak, because I keep getting messages about how the levels are low.
Okay.
And mine is
we'll,
fine.
We'll react
but
to it. Fuck it. Let's just keep
you guys just right underneath your mouth, please.
So I basically just start pounding as hard as I can while these girls are watching.
Pounding a guy.
And I put my left arm around
never
his
had
neck and I choked him. Choked the shit out of him.
Well, you were butt fucking.
And he's like, "Oh, I love it. Oh, I never been done."
And this
like
was a feminine-looking boy?
Unfortunately, yeah. It's something I wouldn't.
It wasn't even a tranny.
I wouldn't consider.
You should be
it.
ashamed of yourself.
I am. Bad repercussions, but it was fun having the girls watch. But I seemed to get turned on and really hurting the kid. He liked it too.
Jesus Christ! And then
I'm not happy about it. Actually, I'm ashamed of myself.
Fuck that little fairy. I would have fucked him too.
finally
Yeah,
out of the closet, you two.
I'm surprised I didn't crack his neck. But
So
I
this
don't
is
want
this is the next phase after trannies,
No,
and you
it's-
just fucking straight.
That gave me a little wake up call.
Hmm.
Besides, thinking about it now, it disgusts me.
It disgusts me when
So
he
then
did
you
it.
went with that chick.
And I said, no, he's like going like, yes, like, you know how they do. I said, "What's your name?" There? He goes, "I'm Kia." It's like, oh God.
Did you ejaculate?
No, I don't think so.
He doesn't. I don't think
I was
so.
pretty out of it.
I would have pulled the condom off and put it in that little faggot's mouth.
Jesus Christ!
What?
Why don't you go to Club Breathe next weekend with him, and maybe you can do it.
Good Lord.
Cum should be wasted. It's a waste when you come inside a condom.
Well, he didn't come. So then, how'd the night progress?
You know, there's nothing wrong with.
This is fucking amazing to me. The story he told me, I couldn't. When he called me and told me this, I was fucking speechless. I
Brad
didn't
is a
know what the
normal
hell was
person
Palmer.
trying to make sense of this.
Dixie to see if there was any old talent out there. But there was a lot of music playing. So there was a club on one of those side streets. And there was a nice looking blonde sitting in the front all fucked up. I said, "Is this place any good?" She goes, "Why don't you come in and find out?" So I came in. I had to go through this long hallway. And there's a club that's sort of outside, halfway inside. It was packed. It was a Jamaican club. There was a lot of Spanish girls there too. And
Sorry, guys. I lied about leaving. We're just going to
started
react to it.
raining. Yeah, it started raining. So half the people were getting wet, and I was standing in the rain just to cool off. And the one
Standing in the rain?
Yeah, because it's half of it's outdoor, half of it's indoor.
Shocked
And
by
some
that.
of them
I know
barely
that.
started dancing.
Standing in the rain.
You stink when you get rained on? Like an animal?
No, that was a bridge
You're
too far
worried
for
about
Jay.
fucking hygiene now all of a sudden? You don't
So-
even brush your teeth. You're worried about
Pull
Girl
that
had a
condom
black
off
dress
and
on,
feed
you know,
it to
typical
him.
Jamaican
But
black
standing in the
woman.
rain.
You could get a heart
Pretty
attack from
face.
brushing your teeth.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Mouthwash then. Do something.
So she had the cookie cutter tattoos, you know, the writing on the shoulder all down. And she's like, I'm looking at her. I says, I like that. And she's like, well, if you like it, can you dry me off? So I dabbed her arm. Then I licked her arm. Then I picked up her arm. She goes, oh. And I gave her a pit stopper. She gave me a pit stop. And I was doing it for about a minute.
That's when you lick it.
Stop licking her armpit.
I licked her
Licking the
armpit for over a
armpit?
minute.
It was a her. It
I
wasn't.
don't
a
even
sh-
want my dick in a girl's armpit.
I had my left arm, my left hand fingering her in the front, right arm fingering her right up her butt in the back. While I was licking her pit, she's like, "Oh, that's even better." Oh, and all these people are looking and laughing. It's like
And you're
everybody-
fingering her butt.
and a pussy and getting a pit stop at the same time. And she was, I mean, right in front of everybody, which was a fun thing.
Did you wash your hands when you were done?
No, I didn't remember. Not that
What
I
about the
remembered.
feces on your finger?
I guess I call it fertilizer.
She's a female. She's a human, not a cow.
Feces causes growth.
Oh my
Perfect
God.
fertilizer. So
Oh my God.
I'm figuring if it goes through my skin, you make it some muscle growth. There's something to that.
He
Everybody loves
fertilized
muscle
his
growth and try to
muscles.
explore and find out.
Jesus.
That's a new saying too. When you tell a girl, say "fertilize me, baby," that means take a dump on me.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I'd have to really like a chick to let her shit on me.
Plants are going to start growing out of your head.
I gotta like a girl let her shit me. There ain't nobody shitting on me.
No one
I don't like
needs to add
anybody
to
that
Urban
much.
Dictionary.
There's not a way.
Right after that, after the fingering, there's a girl standing against the ball, like 20 yards down the road, right on the main street. And I just came up to her, and I says, "Hey, can I be your daddy for the night?" She goes, "You sure can."
Oh, you with that daddy shit.
Well, she liked it too. I says, "Let's go." And we're sort of driving. I said, "I question. You live over here?" She goes, "Yes." She's originally from Houston. I says, "Where's all the trannies at?" She says, "From what I hear, there's been so many problems with people getting robbed and assaulted that it hasn't come up."
So he's already banged a dude.
Yeah.
Fingered some chick.
Now he's with some other
and
chick.
and now he's looking for a tranny. So he's not
Yeah.
done.
And I said, "No, you don't." She goes, "Yes, I do."
It was one night.
I'll show you where she lives. She lives right across the street from me.
Here, the way
So-
that he said that.
I says, "Where's all the trannies at?"
She goes, "Yes, I did."
She says, "From what I hear, there's been so many problems with people getting robbed and assaulted that it hasn't come up anymore." She goes, "But I know one." I said, "No, you don't." She goes, "Yes, I do. I'll show you where she lives. She lives right across the street from me." So we went up. She went in this house. Waited in the car, locked the doors, and sure enough, out walks one. Dress, heels, blonde wig, gorgeous, young too.
Black?
Oh yeah, 22, 10. So we went to the Super 8 on Blue Heron.
Super 8 is classy, Lenny.
And there's this big fat white lady, all diabetic, just laying on the couch. And we're banging on the door to wake her up to get the room. Oh, she was such a slob, and she had sores all over her face. It was almost laughable how disgusting.
Gross.
And
Gross.
Got a room.
That's
Two
the
of
front
us.
desk woman you're
Yeah.
talking. Oh.
Super 8s are pretty good for being cheap.
Yeah, so we all drank now, and
Jay.
I got on.
Nice big thick black cock.
No, it was tiny. It was actually she
You
was.
got to suck on it, make it big.
It was very small.
Jay's the
But-
worst.
Well, it'll get big.
I went in doggy style position. I had the girl from behind me. She's,
So now he has a
reaching
regular
underneath
girl
me.
and a
It felt
trans.
Really good, rubbing my balls and my dick, doing this, and she's doing this, and she's starting.
That's a
Holy
rusty
shit.
trombone.
Rusty
That was great,
trombone,
but
yeah.
The way she was doing it, I said, "You're very talented," and the tranny, I had her put her foot in my mouth. It was nice. The nice nail polish on it. And I was sucking her foot, and she was going nuts. Oh, 22. Oh my God! I never had this done to me. I said,
Smelly
"Yeah, you
fucking
know."
man's foot.
Yeah, in the front. So then we switched up, and the tranny,
It's
she
about
did that to
over.
the tranny,
I know it's
and she was
much.
sticking her. I guess she was doing the same thing to me. She was sticking her fingers in, doing this.
He's showing them.
Gaping you.
Yeah. So she was doing that to
Gaping
me.
him?
And it actually felt really good. Another girl was 27. I said, "Man, you're an expert." So I never had that. That was pretty good. But the tranny sucking me off. She's doing it to the tranny. Switched it up. Took the tranny home. Took the girl back to the hotel. I slept there, but as soon as I woke up, I got out. And always remember, maniacs, you go to a hotel, you put your wallet and keys underneath a mattress where you're sleeping. Always.
Yeah, they'll rob you. We know.
Do not put it anywhere else.
Well, if you're messing around with black hookers, yeah.
Exactly. So I went out.
Just
not-
black
You
hookers.
usually pass out before
I
them.
don't
I
usually
don't
get
know. I think that was kind of sound advice.
So when we came back to the hotel, the tranny called. She goes, "She wants to do it again." I said, "No, I can't do it. I'm not 22 like you. I'm not 27 like her."
You don't have that.
I thought
she wanted it again.
I thought you were 18 forever.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Did you come this time?
But no, we didn't do it the next time. And then once morning came, I sort of snuck out of there, left her stranded in Riviera. So she had
It's
a
like I said at the gym earlier. That's the Lenny factor. You fucked a
And-
man, a tranny, and a woman in one night.
And the whole drive home, I felt like
How many people do you know have done that?
I felt like
That's some non-cookie
like
cutter shit.
I felt a horrible feeling come across me.
It's a hat
I
trick.
was ashamed of myself. I really was ashamed of all that.
You should be.
It got to a point where I don't want to do that anymore. But you know what? That's what the key was. When you do it, do so degrading and nasty that you don't want to do it for a month. Because
That's good advice. Make it so bad that you don't want to do it ever
temptation's
again.
going to come by you, and you're not going to be successful if you give into that all the time. That's why they do that. They do that probably every fucking day. They get high. They're living it up. Don't get me wrong. They're living it up. They know how to work the system in every
Having
way
a black
possible.
cock inside you is not living it up.
That's where I want to end it, Jason. All right,
Yeah.
guys.